Hello, my friends. Katie Day with the MOVEMETOTX Team here with another episode of the MOVEMETOTX Podcast here with Andrea. What's going on? Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a great day. What's up?
I'm having a good day. How's it going?
It's going well. We've basically spent the entire day together. So, there's that. I'm excited to dig in. How's your week been so far? How's your year been so far? Welcome to 2023.
I don't even want to believe it's 2023.
I was like, what's that noise?
I can't even believe that 2022 went by so fast. Year's been good so far. Year's been really good so far. I'm enjoying this weather right now, other than the crazy weather that we had yesterday with the bad rain and tornadoes. But today was really nice, really cool, and it was a great day to be outside and do stuff and shoot content and look at houses.
It was very cool. In fact, I would have taken it a couple degrees warmer, but it's supposed to warm up next week and then cool down again next week, another cold front. So all good. On the weather front, that's just winter here in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
No, as far as the market goes, though, interest rates have been ticking down over the past couple weeks. They ticked up a little bit this week. So we're seeing buyers lock in the sixes, generally speaking. One of the things that we were talking about earlier this week in a team meeting was that, if you Google what are mortgage rates or go to Mortgage Rate Daily or things like that, it'll sometimes say hey, there are some rates in the fives, but that's for an 800 credit score or someone putting down 20-25%. So that may not be the case for you if you're looking to purchase. So definitely get in touch with a lender to see kind of where you're at, where you stand. But interest rates have ticked down. It's good to stay in touch with the lender to be able to know, what that looks like for you.
Yep. Interest rates are going down. Mortgage applications are going up. I know that one of our preferred lenders came in and talked to us yesterday about that. So applications are going up. Interest rates are going down slightly. They're looking nice. And then also on top of all of that, housing inventory is going down just a little bit from December. Not much, but there's a trend happening there.
Andrea recently got a MacBook, so she's getting text messages and doesn't know how to mute her notifications. Do you have any headphones you could plug in or no?
I don't know what's happening.
It's because you have your sound on to hear me speaking, and if you had headphones to plug in, that would allow you to not have the beeps going. Do you have any headphones in your home? Whoever's texting you is going to keep texting you. So
it's the agents on the team. So all of you guys that are texting me right now, just stop, please.
Well, no one's actually listening to us right now. But do you have headphones you could plug in? No?
No. They're not charged.
Okay. Do you want to put that group chat on Do Not Disturb?
How do I do that? I'm just kidding.
Okay. All right. Anyways, so I think as Andrea said, so inventory is slightly down from December. Basically what that means is there is more competition in certain price points in certain areas here in Houston. So if you are a buyer that's out looking, depending on your price point, depending on the neighborhood you're looking in, you could be facing multiple offers, which is a crazy thing to think. We thought those were over. We thought that was done. But we're starting to see it again, right? Yep. We're seeing it in markets across the country. So depending on where you're looking to move, we have been seeing multiple offers, but we're also seeing some properties sit a little bit longer, so it really, as we're out and looking at properties with our clients, we're advising them hey, this is one you need to move on. We always try to, be in contact with the listing agent, right? To make sure we know kind of what's happening in the neighborhood, what's happening with that house, what the interest is. Are there multiple offers? Are there offer deadlines and things like that? So yeah, and then with interest rates being down, obviously that gives you a little bit more purchasing power, which is always good. The alternative to that is that as demand picks up, prices will then go up, right? So we'll see kind of how the rest of the year fares, but that's kind of where we are today. All right. So what I wanted to dig into today was an interesting article that dropped on the Chronicle yesterday. And that is game-changing developments in the Houston area for 2023 and beyond. Had you looked through this yet?
Yes. And I think that we touched on this a little bit in one of the past podcasts. But
there's some things that were on a previous list by the Chronicle.
yep.
But this is like, what's still in the future. So some of those things were like, have already been planned, and some of the things on here are new.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's dig in and let's talk about what we think of these. All right. So 15 major developments that are going to leave a lasting mark on Houston, state-of-the-art exhibits, transforming longtime landmarks, mixed-use projects, affordable housing, a surf resort, and new medical and technology centers that will elevate Houston to a premier hub for life sciences and business industries. All right, that's just the intro. Here are some pictures of some things. All right, so HTX Surf, a new surf resort and lagoon, aims to attract surfers from across the world, slated to begin construction in 2023. It's going to span 15 acres, capable of producing 1,000 ocean-like waves per hour.
Interesting.
So this is interesting. It's going to be in Northeast Houston.
Okay.
I mean, this looks super resorty. Beach Street Development says HTX Surf Resort will open in fall of 2024. They could run in peak season up to 16 hours a day and be open 7 days a week for 335 days a year.
Wow.
This is crazy.
That is wild. Like, okay. And then the one of the other pictures had looked like a wading pool in the front, right?
Yeah, so, like I think there's like a pool. Yeah, over here.
Like there's a wading pool in the front. Look, there we go.
Like a pool.
And then, okay.
All right. Let us know what you think about this in the comments. And so this is going to be in Northeast Houston, so corner of Westlake Houston Parkway and Generation Park. And so I don't know if you've been out here to Generation Park, but there's been a ton of development out here. As far as commercial, as far as apartment buildings, mixed use, tons of different, builders and things like that are building out in the east. I'm like northeast. My compass is not well today. In the Northeast. And so, yeah, 15 acres. They're breaking ground this winter. So they're also going to have a private members club, hot tubs, fire pits, a swimming pool, and beach areas with sand, skateboard, pump track, and an event lawn.
Okay.
That's cool.
That is. It's going to be some good people watching. I like to people watch.
10 minutes away from Bush Airport. And then it's across from a new 11-acre lake called Grandfather's Lake, which is going to be stocked for fishing.
Wow.
And then it's on a 4-loop trail into Redemption Square.
That whole area is okay. So look, and then they're talking about the cost of surfing. So they'll be charging you to surf, which is cool too. Okay.
Anywhere between $40 to $140 an hour. And then private lessons. And I
was going to say, I think that's nice because we have so many people that are moving here from other states, like that are able to experience waves and surfing and things like that, right? They come to Texas and we've got Galveston, but Galveston doesn't really give people, the waves that they might be looking for. So I think that this is really nice to really, change the area quite a bit. Something new and exciting.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and so Generation Park, just so for those that may not know where this is. So this is like what Generation Park is, going to look like and all that. And so if we zoom out, you've got so much stuff going on here, right? And this is Lake Houston right here, right? This is Bush over here. And as we zoom in, we've got Summerwood, right? So that's like, a little bit more established of a neighborhood and things like that. But like there's a ton of, apartments, brand new apartments. The San Jacinto College is over here, Generation Park. Apartment communities, hotels, coffee, HEB. Like there's a ton of stuff in that like kind of Redemption Square area as far as stuff to do and, stuff like that. So like this is the Generation Park website, Redemption Square. And it's like mixed use. right here at the corner of the Beltway. And like, here's like all the stuff you can do, right? Food, drugs, pumpkin patches, all that kind of fun stuff.
Wow.
So if you haven't been out in the Northeast lately, something to consider, something to check out. That 77044 would be like that Summerwood area zip code, and things like that. So interesting there. HTX Surf. I'm definitely, interested to see this progress. I think what's cool in this one rendering is these people walking across like basically the water, the pedestrian bridge. Like that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is.
So yeah, the people watching. All right. Generation Park. Okay. So this is the second part of this. Next thing up. Generation Park. Sprawling master plan commercial network of major office headquarters, industrial buildings, retailers, and apartments. Aside from HDX Surf, there's going to be Generation Park with a biotechnology training center, high-tech distribution center planned by IKEA, a life sciences hub potentially, and then entertainment, trails, and park projects. 10 years of development. And then let's look at the rendering of the proposed life sciences building. Oh, that's pretty. I think that's actually what pulled up when I pulled up their website. So that's the biotech center for San Jacinto College, it looks like. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, a lot going on up there. Generation Park, check that out, up there in the Northeast. All right, next up, we've talked about this before on this same show, right? The Plant Second Ward development. It's going to be a massive $350 million mixed-use project aiming to create a socially conscious walk and bike-friendly community. The Concept Neighborhood is the company behind the project. Some of the people with that founded Axelrad Beer Garden. We were right over there today. They want to help low and middle income residents live affordably in a community that uplifts businesses and combats gentrification. So yeah, we've talked about this before. As far as some of their renderings, 17-acre park, converting warehouse buildings into retail and office space, and then co-work space and things like that. Thoughts, comments?
Not a lot of thoughts, not a lot of comments. No, I mean, that whole area, like that particular area, even though Edo has changed quite a bit, Second Ward and Eastwood, it's still continuing to change and grow, which is great because it's all tied together. And then I think we'll probably talk about like East River as well. All of that is just going to tie together on that whole east part of downtown, which is really nice to see the change, especially if you're from Houston, you know what the area was like before and loved it for what it was before. And then just to see the changes as time progresses, it's really nice.
Yeah, I really like the idea of the walkability. I think another thing that we talk about a lot is affordable housing. So, I know in the previous episode when we talked about the Chronicle article, they were looking to add in, affordable rental housing and things like that into the mix. And so I think that's something that's really, intelligent to try to add in, as they're looking to, add in additional housing and things like that. And so here, I'll share this tab as well. So this is kind of where it would be, right? Down here, Commerce, Navigation, Harrisburg, down here in the East End.
Yep.
So yeah, still going to have some time on that, but definitely a cool look. And obviously having some commercial and the first phase being like retail and office space and stuff like that, I think is cool. Just because there is still a lot to happen over there.
When is that? You may have just said it, but when is that first phase scheduled for completion?
I mean, scheduled for completion is a loaded question. I think that it's
the target.
I think it actually doesn't say when the first phase is going to start, but it basically says that the 3 phases are going to extend into 2025 and beyond. Mm-hmm. And then it says that the second phase will break ground in 2024. So I would say that the first phase should probably break ground pretty soon, right?
Yeah.
Because they would want to start that kind of going, and then phase 3 with the apartments and retail would be 2025, right?
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, we're in 2023 now, so I'd assume, I mean, we can go drive by there. We should have driven by there today, but yeah. All right, up next, your favorite rapper.
Oh yeah.
Bun B opening his first brick and mortar at the former James Coney Island space for Trill Burgers. What do we think?
I'm still waiting to try one of these Trill burgers.
You didn't go to the pop-up at Eighth Wonder when he had his pop-up?
Well, I heard about the pop-up, I heard about the crowds, and it was like, no, there's no way I'm going to make it out there in time. Yeah, so I'm excited for this. I'm really excited for this. I think this is, obviously Trill Burger came about not too long ago, but I still think at the same time, gotta love that picture. I think at the same time, this is a long time coming, right? Like it's overdue, and this is going to be something that's going to be good for a lot of people.
I am a fan of burgers. My only problem is since I don't eat dairy, the smash burger isn't always the best burger for me to eat.
Yep.
Because the cheese really just kind of holds it all together and kind of ties it all together, right? Because it's like the thin patties and the cheese. Not to say I don't, go smash a smash type burger, right? Like I'll eat them just the same, but not eating dairy is definitely a little bit of a detriment when it comes to the smash style burger.
Yeah, a lot of people are looking forward to this though. I know Ryan can't wait.
Well, I'm like, when's it going to open? Early 2023. Okay. So like, are we going to eat there in early 2024? Cause it's going to, the lines are just going to be so long.
You're going to need to get on the VIP list, the guest list, and have to order bottle service in the back to get a burger. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I can do that soon. Did you know that Ryan and I met Bun B at a Culture Map event a few years back?
I did. And I think there's a picture that you guys still have with Ryan and Bun B. And I think that picture, it's not framed. Like,
I mean, it's not.
It might be framed in Ryan's office.
Maybe. But yeah, these burgers look good. I'm excited. It should be good. It should be good. All right. Next up, what do we got? All right, East River. Did you already look at this? I thought you said you didn't look at this. East River. Billed as one of the most highly anticipated projects in Houston right now. The East River is a 150-acre mixed-use development taking shape along Buffalo Bayou on the southern edge of the 5th Ward. $2.5 billion project. It is going to take 15 years to complete, but the first phase should finish this year. They're already starting to open up stuff, right? So it's going to be a mix of apartments, office space, restaurants, retail, medical, entertainment. And yeah, I mean, stuff is opening, right? Yep. Here are some pictures from 2022 of apartments being built, mixed use, construction. And so yeah, that's the Bayou in the background of this one, right? Mm-hmm. And so Midway is developing it, right? And so that's the same developer that did City Center, right? This is just a podcast, I think, so there's no. So yeah. As far as stuff that's happening over there, there is the golf course that just opened over there. Golf course. I think it's called East River 9, right? So it's a 9-hole golf course and driving range that opened up over there. And so you can play golf. And like there's, eat or drink, do the things, pickleball, driving range.
Pickleball is picking up in popularity, right?
Pickleball is popular.
Yes.
So East River 9. And then their restaurant, I think, is called River House.
Yeah, I think so. I believe
the River House is open as well. So they're starting to open stuff up. And then, yeah, here. There we go.
River House opened like a little over a month ago, I think. And it's been pretty popular. I've seen a lot of people posting from River House, a lot of content on Instagram. So it's been pretty popular.
Yeah. And then the apartments that also have opened up over there are 4th at Navigation.
Oh,
So this is right on the corner of Navigation. If you're going over to Ninfa's or El Tiempo, you're seeing these. So they got rooftop decks. I just think this looks awesome. The view of downtown looks pretty sick. So yeah, a lot happening there. Here it is. Golf course is open, River House is open, stadium style golfing, so you can play looking at downtown, 10,000 square foot River House restaurant.
Wow. That looks nice.
Grand opening for phase 1, slated for fall, mix of office, apartments, retail. Another apartment community opening called the Laura this summer, retailers opening. And then the museum, the Houston Maritime Museum, and an event venue, plus 13,000 square feet of public green space.
Wow.
So yeah.
It's growing.
All right. TMX Helix Park, which was TMC3, the additional collaborative campus at the medical center, bridging the gap between researchers and businesses. And so this has been talked about for a while, and we've got like the Helix thing going on here, right? And so, I know we've talked about this before. I think this is awesome. We have the largest medical center, in the world, 37-acre campus, 5 million square feet of anticipated development with hotel, conference center, residential towers, retail, restaurants, green space, collaborative building. Yeah.
Wow.
BCM, Baylor College of Medicine, was announced as an anchor tenant. So, yeah, I mean, this is all kind of just moving along. Adding green space, 23,000 permanent jobs. How crazy is that?
Okay, that is insane.
And this is what I think is kind of cool is you look at these renderings, you're like, oh man, that's awesome. And then here's real life
coming along. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool. But I mean, I don't think that people understand how big the medical center is.
No, it's huge. It's huge. And just drive by at 4 p.m. any day of the week, right? You see how busy it is, how big it is, how many people are down there.
Yeah,
crazy.
No, that's awesome. All right. I think this is awesome for Houston. I'm a fan. All for it. All right. Up next, Houston Zoo expansion, 6-year multi-phase update that includes pricey new exhibits and public amenity upgrades. I think we've talked about this before as well.
Yeah, we've talked about this one. This has been a long time coming though, right? So they've said they announced this, I can't remember how long ago. It's finally starting to come about.
Well, the Galapagos Islands will open to the public on April 7th. So we've got actual dates.
Yeah, that's nice. And there's going to be I think they said that they'll have sharks. I mean, there's going to be a lot of different things here. I think that's really cool right here, this walkway. I think that's pretty interesting. I'm not really a fan of the whole zoo concept, but
neither am I.
I think
there it is in real life.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is going to be cool. Families can enjoy this. The kids will like it. I mean, they get to experience things. So for that reason, I'm for it.
Yeah. Oh, wow. All right. Great Wolf Lodge opening its second Texas location in Webster. South Houston, what's up?
Webster, another area just like Northeast Houston that's just growing. It's crazy.
So yeah, Great Wolf Lodge is opening up their second Texas location in Webster. It's a $200 million project consisting of 95,000 square foot indoor water park and a resort. Where's the other one at? Dallas?
Outside of Dallas.
Yeah. I know families love Great Wolf Lodge. I know families love it. If you had younger children, I'm sure you would be going there.
I don't think Great Wolf Lodge would be for me, but
I mean, how many ever years ago, right? So yeah, I mean, I think this is huge. I think it's great for Webster. It's gonna, I think, bring on about 500 full and part-time jobs for, the resort, right? everything from, management down to, lifeguards and stuff like that. And then obviously the construction always creates business as well.
And then
so go ahead.
Also, like, think about, okay, so if you look, and if this rendering is true, like of this space that's around it, what else is going to be built around there that's also going to bring in more jobs too? So
Yeah.
in the area of Webster, it's just, that whole area is growing so much too. Like Bay Area, over there by the mall, all of that kind of started things, and then now it's starting to go a little bit further south, and Houston is going to be tied to Galveston directly. We're all going to be one big city.
So the Great Wolf Lodge is going to be an anchor in a 100-acre development. So like this is as you said, like a small portion of a larger thing, right? And so the Flyway development is going to be an indoor-outdoor complex. It'll have a chicken and pickle with more pickleball. And that'll open in late 2023. And so I've been to Chicken and Pickle a couple times and that would be over here, this one, right? A couple of times in San Antonio, and it's a good time. They've got decent food. They have pickleball and a lot of, other stuff. So this is pretty cool as far as, a lot of things to do. And let's see. Yeah. So, I mean, that's about it. So they will open here as well. That's cool. Expected to finish by 2024. It's also going to have a hotel, outdoor music venue, and a boardwalk.
Cool. Where's that again?
This is in Webster. So this is where Great Wolf
Wolf
Lodge. You see this over here?
Yes.
And then, I mean, this looks like a Top Golf.
So let's see.
Chicken and Pickle.
Yeah. Okay.
So a lot of stuff going on.
And then a boardwalk over here, obviously by the water. So that'll be nice. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
Not bad.
All right. Ismaili Center is being built at the southeast corner of Allen Parkway and Montrose Boulevard. 11-acre project, cultural hub. I think we saw this as well. And there is so much going on Allen Parkway and Montrose, as far as like new restaurants, cultural stuff as well. So it's been interesting to see. When was the last time you drove past or down Montrose?
It's been about a month.
I would like go drive down it. I think you'd be like surprised at the amount of construction happening.
Wow.
Down there. Here are some other renderings. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
Awesome. All right. So coming up next, something else happening in the East End, which I know we've talked about before, but Buffalo Bayou East. It's a 10-year, $310 million transformation extending Buffalo Bayou Park into the East End and Fifth Ward, bringing in the biking trails, walking trails, parks, ball fields, and things like that. And so, downtown's over here. We're on the east side. And this is just going to basically connect the bayou that's downtown and all those trails to this trail system over here. Also developing affordable housing. And the transformation of a park over there in the East End as well, which is always good.
Boat launches too.
I don't know if I would take a boat in the bayou.
They do tours of the bayou.
I'm aware. And then an additional, the creek on the north side of the bayou will also receive a facelift and be connected to the bridge with a pedestrian bridge. So yeah, this is going to be awesome at how walkable all of this is going to be.
Wow.
Ooh. All right. So the pit room. Have you been to the pit room?
I have.
All right. So the pit room is opening a new restaurant in Memorial City with, honestly, like, this is a very good move for them, in my opinion, because the thing that I don't like about the pit room is waiting for food. If you go at lunchtime, you're just like, then you've got to hope that you get there in time to get the food that you want, the meat that you want, right? So yeah, Memorial City Mall is doing a ton. They also have really good pickles. I don't know. Just
Today's theme is pickles, apparently. Pickleball, pickles.
chicken and pickles.
Chicken
I
and
did have a cheeseburger kolache with pickles in it earlier.
Okay.
I ate it in your car. Yeah, so I mean, I think this is huge. I think there's a lot happening at Memorial City Mall. Memorial City Mall is getting a facelift, so this is, I think, good. I don't love that it's further away from me. Right now, Pit Room is very close to me as far as geographic location, but I think that this is good for it to be a larger restaurant. I would assume they would have a bigger space to be able to make more meat and stuff like that. So yeah. What's your favorite type of barbecue? Are you a brisket Texan?
I like brisket, but I like ribs better.
Beef ribs or pork ribs?
I like the beef ribs.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're not from Texas, be advised that like if you come in and you order ribs, they are going to be this large. Beef ribs are the size of like my forearm, and it's something that I did not know getting here, and it was definitely interesting for me the first time I had barbecue in Houston, in Texas. All right, Audrey Park. So this is another thing happening in Allen Parkway in Montrose, urban village of restaurants, apartments, retail, 5 towers, commercial space, office space.
Look at that. That looks like something out of a movie. Okay.
Hanover Autry and Hanover Parkview have already opened. There are going to be 6 more buildings, a mix of housing and office space, hotels, and restaurants. Phase 1 will open this year. Phase 2 will open next year. Future phases will be hotel, additional retail, and office space and towers. And so yeah, these are already open. This is live footage, not live, but real life footage. All right. Speaking of water parks, we got Great Wolf Lodge coming down to Webster, and then we've got Typhoon Texas expanding into Katy, Texas, to include Typhoon Junior, offering 5 new attractions.
So just for the little ones, yeah.
Are you a fan of Typhoon Texas?
I am.
But not Great Wolf Lodge.
I like their barbecue.
What are you being serious right now, or are you messing with me?
Yeah, no, I'm being serious. So Typhoon Texas is known for their barbecue. Like they have pit smoked barbecue there that's made at the park. So I like their barbecue.
Holy shit, you're right. Typhoon Texas, Smokehouse at Typhoon Texas. Acclaimed pitmasters make a splash. God, these I love these. Eric Sandler, who still writes for Culture Map. Acclaimed pitmasters aim to make a splash at the new Typhoon Texas water park with the best barbecue in Katy. Okay. So they've got barbecue.
Yeah, you can even go. You don't have to go to the water park. You can go
to the Smokehouse.
Go orders at the Smokehouse.
Oh, that does look good.
Yeah, their barbecue is really good.
Huh. That is kind of close to where we're going to be tomorrow.
Might need to get some barbecue.
Don't really want a $9.99 pizza, but I would definitely eat some barbecue.
Typhoon is not known for their pizza.
That's not something I'm necessarily interested in. All right, so up next, have we hit 15 yet? I feel like we've hit 15. We've talked about this. Memorial City Mall transformation, 27-acre mixed-use town center called Memorial Town Square will bring dozens of restaurants, stores, apartments, and offices to an open-air concept complete with green spaces. And then 150,000 square feet inside Memorial City Mall will also be redeveloped with the pit room. This will be nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So yeah, this will be nice. I think Memorial City Mall, doesn't get a lot of love, but you're right there with City Center. So most people would go to City Center or Town and Country over Memorial City Mall. So I think this will be good to kind of bring it into, today's world. I like it. What would you say is your thing that you're most excited about?
Honestly, I think it's that HTX Surf.
Yeah.
I like that concept. It's just something totally different that we don't have here already. I mean, obviously we have tons of restaurants. We have, outdoor venues. We have all this. But we don't have something that's dedicated to surfing. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. Pretty exciting.
I think for me, the East River project finally having stuff happening is something, and having stuff open is something that's really exciting.
Yeah.
Because I'm just excited to have more bars and restaurants and amenities, and housing I think is really important as well. So that's really cool. But I'm excited to go to the surf park, if just to go, have a fruity cocktail. I hope that they have frozen cocktails, and watch people surf. I think that would be a ton of fun.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. And then the other thing too, like talking about the East River project. So I first heard about this East River project, I want to say like 6 years ago or so.
Yeah.
And then it got very quiet. So I was like, this is not something that's ever going to happen. Yeah, this is just BS. It's not anything that's going to happen. And then now to finally see things happening, that's pretty exciting.
Well, that's like for me with like a lot of people when they're like, oh, well, like we don't want to sell our house because of East River, or we want to buy a house because of East River. Like whenever we had clients saying that, I'd be like, hey, it's like a 20-year project, right? So like, your values aren't going to go up tomorrow because of East River, but there is a lot of development over there because of it. And there will be, other restaurants opening, other bars opening, other retail opening, commercial, and obviously a ton of development in both, the East End, Second Ward and Fifth Ward. So yeah, it's just really interesting to see it kind of unfold for sure.
Yes.
All right. Cool. Well, that's all we've got for today. I'm excited for these new developments coming this year. What I like about this is we have talked about a lot of these things before, but like this is the year that they should be coming to fruition. So it'll be exciting to get out there live and, try the new pit room, get out there and check out the surf area, maybe go hit a bucket of balls at the driving range and have a beer or two. So I'm excited for some fun and exciting things to do here in the new year.
Yep.
Awesome. Cool. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.